Fake smiles in the crowd, they wanna play. Snakes in the grass, better keep them away. They talk behind backs, but quiet to your face. We see through the lies, no time for their space. Fake people, we cut them off quick. No love for the snakes, the games make me sick. Trust is a gem, can't give it for free. If you ain't real, you don't roll with me. Fake people, we cut them off quick. No love for the snakes, the games make me sick. Trust is a gem, can't give it for free. If you ain't real, you don't roll with me.
All right. I want to welcome y'all to the program. January 6th, 4 years ago, there was an actual group of people who could not handle the fact that there was an election. And for some odd reason, they wanted to storm the Capitol and somehow interrupt the proceedings if they understood why they made it a ceremonial act in the first place. They made it a ceremonial act in the first place so that way people wouldn't try to backdoor and send alternate slates of electors, which Trump actually did send. So that way it could be a ceremonial event. Once the count is made by the actual states, the ceremonial event certifying the election, and that's it. But we knew that Trump was still having legal ramifications going on inside the courts, trying to do everything he could to stay. And a bunch of people got indicted, a bunch of people got um, took plea deals. Turned out MAGA at that moment mean make attorney get attorneys, because a lot of his attorneys who was giving that incredibly bad advice turned out it was illegal advice, and that stuff played out before everybody. So we had an individual within our space before this actual video even happened. He was trying to compare the Proud Boys to SYSBM, and he was trying to make it look like SYSBM and the Proud Boys had something in common when the Proud Boys don't really care about your black face there, for one. And we like the conservatism that they're talking about isn't even true conservatism like that. It just isn't. So without further ado, and we're going to do this every single year that a Republican is in the White House, every January 6th. Not during the Democrats while they're in office, but for the Republicans when they're in office. Because you have to understand that no one, and I'm only talking about the men, not the women, because the women are on some agree with what the white man says shit. Like that's where their conservatism kind of begins and ends. They're not there to talk about policy disputes or anything else. So what we're going to do is going to play this nearly 2 hour feature here while we see what this individual was doing there. Because he's going to explain that there's going to be some commentary from me, Nagone, Mike V, and I think Renaissance Man. But at the end of the day, those were his words. Oh, when did Patrick Beck David? Oh yeah. You are correct. He did receive his Iranian conservative wake up call, not understanding that they meant yes, all brown people. Doesn't matter how successful you are, you're not part of the group. So without further ado, let's get this started. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Gonna wait till this come on, so that way we can get this started. It should sounds
Yeah,
like
no.
more simpler.
There were patriots like really surrounding the building, and I'm not gonna front. There was violence there. There was like patriots, 3%ers going toe to toe with the police. Like I got mad respect for the 3%ers, y'all. Yeah, the police attack patriots.
Okay, let's stop right there. Remember when these guys went to back to blue and all that kind of stuff? But when the police are doing things that they don't want them to do, they're immediately in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now, when they want to become insurrectionists, they can attack the police, and he respects those who are attacking them. Very interesting. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but George Floyd, Philando Castile, they didn't respect the police. They should have just obeyed their orders. But if you're 3%er, that doesn't apply to you.
No, not at all.
Out there, started gassing patriots, and started hitting patriots with batons, and the 3%ers just went heads up on them. Yeah, this dude right here, this guy. Yeah, they have been there supposedly storming the Capitol. Like, dudes.
Okay, so this is me talking here. Now, this is after they've been a part of January 6th. This is them being in a hotel still in D.C. and haven't left yet. So they're still technically on the scene still. Right? So I'm going to keep going here.
Like this, the dude, keep up the picture with the dude with the bullhorn. And when he's Mayor Bowser. Yeah, citywide curfew started January 6th, started 6 p.m. until January 7th. Media's exempt. They don't want press hats to go out there and run around. Yeah, they're not. I respect that guy. Yeah, but yeah, he's straight Antifa. Yep. Antifa. This ain't one of the people that were outside. We got the real Greg Kelly in the chat. What's going on, Greg Kelly? Yeah. Like, honestly, y'all, there was, man, these guys will me to tell you, outside the Capitol was wild. I mean, y'all, for those that saw my screen, you understand what went down out there. It was insane. It was just amazing. Nah, Bitcoin and hell, man. It wasn't no white folks going wild, bro. It was all like everybody, bro. There was even Chinese Trump out there, like holding it down. There was a lot of midnight. They over there complaining about the man. Yeah, there was some serious get down out there. Indians, freaking Hispanics. Like, everybody was out there. A lot of brothers out there holding it down. It was majority, the country, man. The country's majority white. So, of course, it's going to be majority white people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the reason Trump's Twitter is locked for 12 hours is because they don't want to put the truth out. They don't want to send a message out to hit the supporters here. But honestly, y'all, the media just straight lied. Congress, Mike 36. Congress gonna start back up at 8 p.m. to get back out there, guys. Yeah, it's crazy. As far as the woman died, we're seeing the pictures. Capitol Cop supposedly shot her. Name came out real quick, but we was right there. Like, we were right outside the doors of Congress. And I don't know which door they got in through, but we were on the west side. We were on the part where the west side was stormed. And there was a fight between the 3%ers and cops, man. Honestly, man, I was straight up say F12 tonight, man, after what I seen them out there doing the Patriots. Y'all out there just, I don't care about, getting gas, but there was gas and, women and children out there who just peacefully protested.
Just stop right there. Mm-hmm. Apparently, when their people get gas, it's not okay. when it happens for like a Black Lives Matter or even, sport protest and it comes out and it happens, it's all right. But not to their people. It's like this case law. The stuff that they get away with in these cases, they're going to get away with when they do it to you. So if you actually believe that equal protection under the law, it wouldn't happen to either group. And it wouldn't be a problem at all that you would even see. But he seems to think that people are patriots when they are surrounding a house trying to disturb the actual business that is going on inside the house. Everybody knows what was going on there today. The Electoral College vote until those people storm the place. And when you're there, calling people patriots, so it's material support. Oh.
Right. And you're legitimizing one side and discrediting the other side, not realizing that there's something called equal protection under the law, where they're only peaceful protesters if they're on the right, but not peaceful if they're on the left. And so the idea is to have a one-party system where only it's either the right or there's nothing. Only they can be afforded those sort of constitutional rights.
You seem to go after also blaming Antifa. Now, when you look at it's supposed to be Antifa, but yet Trump calls these guys to be on the scene, they're saying that they see Antifa people that are actually coming in there and acting like insurrectionists and rolling on the Capitol to attack the Congress. Antifa's doing this when the president actively called out for these people to be here on the set, and they're trying to scapegoat Antifa. That's what I'm saying. These guys are they're very dangerous. They're running a dangerous game, and I'll speak a little bit more on this in the end. But I'm certain that our governmental agencies are watching these guys very closely. But anyway, go ahead, MOT.
And yeah, it got wild. Hey, Bitcoin L, man, those weren't protesters. They opened the gates for, man. Those were plants, man. Those people were already on the inside. Those were stage photos. The deep state was at work. The Patriots were all on the outside. Go to my previous stream, man. Like, it got straight bananas out there, man. When the police, 16 people were shot. Where? Yeah, man. The fake news, deep state was all in it. All the action was outside. Anybody inside was a plant. And the fight to get inside that building was, like, honestly, 10 feet away from it. Pablo's in there? Oh, we on phone. Yo, Lamar Ellis, yeah, Lamar Ellis, they don't do BLM. Yeah, man, BLM and Antifa ran wild this summer in DC. They make this shit big as go. Bubble. I didn't realize StreamYard said this. We took over the Capitol.
Run that back.
Yeah, Lamar Ellis, they don't do BLM. Yeah, man, BLM and Antifa ran wild this summer in DC. They make this shit big as go. Bubble. I didn't realize StreamYard said this. We took over the Capitol.
You hear that? We took over the Capitol. Where's this we stuff? I mean, I thought you guys was going down there to just film the actual thing that was going on. What is this we stuff? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's interesting because I thought he was going there as a journalist. I thought that he was just going down there as a apolitical person. I didn't know that going over to take over a capital, to take over a governmental capital is to not recognize the government as a whole. I mean, 45 is still a sitting president. So what would be the need to take over the Capitol?
Take over. So they were actually co-conspirators in a coup d'etat? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know, man. And when you say that you're apolitical, it's very clear what you talk about online. There ain't no way that you went down there to just quote unquote cover the event. You went over there to provide material support to the events that were happening. It's very clear.
And there was violence, and there was certainly a great degree of unrest. People broke into the Capitol, and they moved throughout the Capitol as they did, and the senators and the Congress people and their adherents had to be had literally had to be under lock and key to protect themselves for a while, and he went there to observe and said we took over the Capitol. Very, 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 very strange talk. Very, very strange talk here. Wow. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, BLM and like.
All right. So before we go forward, there seems to be three sides. It seems to be patriots. It seems to be police. And it seems to be BLM/Antifa. Even though they just pointed out people like that's Antifa. Dude, a very specific group of people said that they were going to go down on a very specific date. But
with very specific live streams articulating that.
Yes, very specific.
And
people and BLM did not know about.
Absolutely, great point.
Antifa were literally burning down the city. Like all the buildings that were blocked up here that had cardboard on, that was all BLM and Antifa. Like everybody was just peacefully protesting until, after Trump's rally this morning, everybody just walked down to the Capitol. And me, Greg, and Bear, we just happened to be on that side, so we ended up, right at the front. It got bananas, like right off the rip when they started macing, and like shooting rubber bullets at, MAGA protesters.
They're gonna clear out all the BS quarantine that they used against us, and
they shot.
Go back in and they're gonna go back in and start counting looking at.
That's crazy. They shot and killed that girl. Yeah, I mean, I really want to know, what took place when this girl gets shot. They bet.
Let's just read the message. The problem is the Metro, as in the Metro Police, know that we can fight. And if we wanted to, we can handle business. And if people just throws it.
They say she was 16. It's weird because the woman, it was on Twitter, looked older. So it's just, it's just a whole lot of false stuff going on here. But I'm gonna tell y'all what. Honestly, going across I'll tell you exactly like how everything went down. Protest was going on. There was a first initial line, at the base, like the garden of Capitol Hill, and the police, protesters were squaring off. We had just rolled up there.
They were doing what? Squaring up. You would have to keep advancing for those police to actually be there, so that way you can score out with the police.
Right, because the police job in this context is to protect the property of the government itself.
But for some reason, they thought that I'm an American. I could just go wherever I want to and do whatever I want. But if they say that you are advancing on restricted territory, which is why they're there, like they have this sort of thing about American rights inside their head that somehow is different from everybody else's right. And so they protect themselves from the actual truth of the matter by not taking the time to actually understand what their rights actually is. So that way they don't have to give up these supposed rights that they just assert. I don't understand.
Well, the thing is, the idea is that patriots have some kind of superficial class higher in the hierarchy above law enforcement. Yes. So they have the right to square off and take over the Capitol, so to speak. Now, I can't share my screen right now because you're sharing yours, but the Patriot Act has been updated recently to observe and investigate these sort of issues, even if you're not classified as a domestic terrorist group. If you're affiliated and given material support, the Patriot Act in Section 802 articulates that this sort of behavior warrants investigation by the DHS and the FBI and the State Department.
You know, he doesn't understand material support. I mean, material support is a very easy thing to understand. Dude, you could have did this live stream and not went there. But once you start taking sides and calling everybody else Antifa, then dude, you're on the side. Trust me. You're on the side.
And then he said they went and they came and took over. They came and took over?
All right, I'll get me take over. All right, man, let me keep going.
And we got gas the first time, and protesters, like overtook the police. Police fell back, and the next line was going on. It was a huge fight. It was a giant. You see my previous screen. There was a huge scaffolding going on, and the police were fighting, going at it, with these guys on this giant scaffold. And up on the scaffold, these guys had megaphones telling everybody, move forward, push up. And notice around this time, there had to be 1 million people out there. It came from Trump's speech. So everything was lined from the Capitol all the way back to Washington Monument. Nothing but people upon people upon people. So the police, they knew they was outmatched. So once that first line was breached, myself and Bear, we moved up and
I thought you guys were just out there just filming. How are you moving up advancing if you know people are fighting? Why would you be on the move going forward?
And why doesn't your shirt say press on it if you're apolitical and just a journalist?
There's no press. There's no press identifications on these guys. They didn't come down as press, and cameras and press passes and so forth. This wasn't the situation. They were advancing in lines. He said they went down there and took over. So wow, this is something else. Anyway.
No, but to this point, going back to the Patriot Act, it says that specifically, and I'm reading this. It says in organizations that sponsor participation in demonstration.
All right, let me stop sharing, and you share that.
I gotta send it to. I don't have it on my desktop. I have it on my phone, but I'm just reading it real quick, and it says. Community organizations that provided housing or food to the protesters are subject to Section 806, which means asset forfeiture. So basically, if you own a truck in a trucking company and you've been given material support to would-be affiliated groups who are involved in domestic terrorism, you could have all of these assets seized. And you may have to forfeit. That includes your phone, that includes your laptop, that includes electronic devices and social media pages that are monetized.
No, I think Mike's dead right about that. And I'm just wondering, how are these people getting involved with these organizations and are not a part of a terrorist group? Because you are affiliated, and adding material support. I'm just, I looked at Chuck Schumer get on the floor tonight in the Senate and call these people insurrectionists. Just not thugs and whatever, but insurrectionists.
Yeah, but apparently you can just keep advancing on a place that's not your house, and it's not be considered trespass.
And you're talking about a major federal building. A major federal. I'm lost on this. I'm lost on this. This is, I'm lost on this.
Well, according to Homeland Security, Proud Boys are considered a domestic terrorist organization.
Yes.
I mean, their guy, Terrio, whatever. They seized him from even coming into the city, stopped him, and arrested him, and basically arraigned him, and then sent him home, and said, come back in town and answer these charges later. And look what happened here. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what game these guys are playing, but
And they had set up barricades on the wall. It was like about a 4-foot wall, about a 5-foot wall. And me and Bear, I was screaming. Bear was helping people get down the wall, and it got gassed. People were coming up, and then people were going over. Man, it was something straight out of, Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? It was like, Valkyrie, Revolutionary War type stuff. As Patriots would get gassed, or would come up and hit that breach. And finally, Bear helped the guy across. He's like, I'm going for it. Like, what? I'm screaming. I put the camera down to cross with him. And then
the guy that you saw in the back with the glasses, that guy's name's Bear, American Bear. Okay? Or Conservative Bear, I think that's his
name. Now, how many people are on the second group while they're there, right? So he's watching this dude do this while they're a party of people and they're advancing forward. Nothing about this says we are retreating from this position. Everything says we are advancing. They're climbing over a breach. They're moving forward. They see this stuff happening and they just keep moving forward. I don't understand.
No, I don't understand it either. I was just going to say exactly what you said. Climbing into breaches and moving forward. And are these guys reporters, or or are they, what's their role? I mean, what is their role? Are they press? Are they press people reporting a story? And
it's covering Patriots. Patriots. That's what it is.
Yeah, but the idea that you helped a person that should not be breaching this wall get over while they're being pepper sprayed and being pushed back, that's material support. Now, these guys support the wall on the border of Mexico in the United States, but then don't respect the wall that's in Capitol Hill. What is going on here?
I mean, just not even just talking about these guys right here, but there was an attack on the on the Capitol building. A woman was shot. They're trying to say it was Antifa, but everybody knows they call the Proud Boys in, Boogaloo's, and whoever else were there, and Patriots were there, and they're advancing on this wall. So where are they advancing to?
No, they're going to get to that. Sorry, let me keep going.
We pushed up to that next level, and we kept going and going and going, and we pushed up to the next level. And we're there, we're pushing forward with the Patriots, and the police fell back again. And I'm looking around for where Nick was at, and that we got hit direct dead in the face with got gassed. And it was rough. I mean, that's when my scream abruptly ended. I dropped it down, and I looked up. Nick was gone. Luckily, I had some water on me, cleaned my eyes out. So Nick was gone, and like a paratrooper, man, like little groups of paratroopers, we jump. You gotta, find some people and go fight. It was like, man, I linked up with Patriots, and they're like, let's go forward. And I'm like, I'm screaming this. And they're like, yo, watch, scream this. You're screaming history. So I went forward with the Patriots. They like broke into one of the doors that led up to the next level. There were already people climbing up the scaffolding.
Remember, they went out there just to be apolitical, but somehow they're climbing over stuff, man.
They're advancing over policing.
That down. It's like,
and they go, what is this?
Let's think about this here for a second. A patriot, by definition, patriots wanted the 13 colonies to gain independence from Britain. They wanted to create their own laws and to form the United States of America. The patriots wanted freedom from British rule because they didn't think they were treated well. But there is no British rule anymore. So how much of a patriot are you? What exactly are you doing? Reaching a wall, how does that constitute you to being a patriot? That doesn't add up.
And moving and advancing on and over police, and they are supposed to be your law and order people. You want to go to police office? I never did this in my life.
Jacob Blake was wrong. Philando Castile was wrong. George Floyd was wrong. Trayvon Martin, he was wrong. What's his brother from New York? Eric Garner. He was wrong. He shouldn't have been out there. But if these guys are out there, well, no, that doesn't apply to me. I'm a patriot. Do you know who I am? Get the ambassador on the phone. I'm a patriot. Do you know who I am?
Advancing over police.
Yeah.
Advancing over law enforcement. You have jurisdiction over law enforcement now?
Now he knows that they're being backed. The police are being backed into it. But he's still a bad. All right, so let me go.
This is the start of
the real to the side, and when that door was busted, I'll get to that one in a minute. But when that door was busted, people just went upstairs, and once I got to that top level, that's when all hell broke loose. I mean, there's flashbangs. There's gas after gas after gas where my eyes look like this.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Please hold on one second. Is he now talking about going within the Capitol building itself?
I don't know. We need to figure that out. Because he's talking about advancing, but still outside. But that's still highly illegal as well. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, bro.
Oh, no. All that's illegal. All that's illegal. But I'm just wondering, is he now talking about going in the Capitol building? I'm not sure. I want to hear more. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
DC Metro, whatever, the Capitol cops came out and started hitting patriots out the door. And, there was a little, across the head, they made a mistake because it was a little breezeway. But you had thousands of patriots up on this top platform, and they yanked one of them out, and he got there at work because they just had long sticks just hitting protesters and spraying them. When there was a guy up there, an older guy was just telling everybody to stand calm. But once the 3%ers came in there, it was a wrap. I mean, it was straight what's that movie with Mel Gibson about the Scottish versus the English back in the Braveheart. Yeah, it was some Braveheart type shit going on. But 12 got that work. I mean, they earned it though. Fuck. After you got that MOT, I'm trying to keep it, so the stream don't get kicked off. But after he's 12 around here, 5-0. Oh, at one time, whatever you want to call them.
So stop right there.
Oh, this guy says 12 got that work. They got what they deserve. Fuck those guys. Really? What? Back to blue when it's BLM, but when it's those guys, what the fuck?
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
this, not only are you breaching government property, you're assaulting the law enforcement. How are you a patriot doing all of this?
This guy talking about giving law enforcement that work.
But somehow when people get shot in the back or have a knee on their neck, somehow they deserve it. These guys are advancing on a position they're not supposed to be, and they actually fight the police and somehow survive the altercation without getting shot.
In a Braveheart type manner?
Yeah.
Anybody see the movie Braveheart?
Mel Gibson, a guy who went nuts years ago, had a meltdown calling his wife
a nigga and fucking niggas.
Play the rest of the MOT, please.
Wherever you roam. You know what I'm saying? Don't put their name in the chat, but they got that work. And they earned every single bit of it for the, the F stuff they was doing to like patriots up there. But that battle went on for about 2 hours, just back and forth. I mean, ladders came, flags, everything. And finally, that's when the windows got bust out right there. The Patriots was, in the windows. I don't know how, but I guess like the hallway was different because they were behind the police. But Patriots was hanging out the windows. The fight was still going on between the 3%ers and the cops, right in that breezeway. And that fight, like honestly, the cops started, pulling like a pincer movement at the level above the door where there were Patriots at, and they started throwing flashbangs in the air, the airborne CS canisters, and helicopters started coming over. You could see the police behind us going throughout the city. And it started getting dark, and that's when I told Nick, I'm like, all right, we need to get out of here. I said, we don't know what's going to go down with Antifa if they even out here, and we don't want to get
if they are even out there. So far, it's only the people who they claim are the patriots and the police. But somehow they want to blame that things are getting too hot because yada yada Antifa.
So you have Antifa as they call it. He's trying to call them basically agent provocateurs when they were nowhere in sight. But yet, they've smashed your windows and doing all this. They said BLM did a few smash windows and get the police to grab them and slap them up and gas them and spray them up and beat these dudes down. But these guys are doing the same thing, even worse. And he's lauding these people, lionizing them in some ways. This is unfucking believable. This is unbelievable. Go. This is unbelievable. I mean, this shit got me tired. But anyway, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I think you guys covered it. What's before?
You stuff with this turf junk that freaking Strag mayor called out here. So that's when I stopped screaming, and me and Nick fell back. But we was back there. We was just like. Seriously, helping out these 3%ers that were coming back. They would come back bloody, the eyes all messed up. We would just provide as much aid to them as we can. We found like 3 or 4 Antifa infiltrators, and this little black dude, Patriot, he was trying to help them out, get them up out of there. And man, them dudes was getting attacked. And finally, I just stepped in. I was screaming. I was like, "Look, stay the fuck off of them." And I grabbed the Antifa dude, and like as soon as I grabbed him. I was trying to get him out the way. And this 3%er came behind me and faced that dude in the face. And I grabbed the dude. I was like, look, man, take your boy and get the fuck down them stairs. I said, I'm telling you this right now. I said, you ain't going to be able to hold these Patriots back here for long. And little Antifa dude scurried off down the steps. So, yeah, man, I mean, regardless, I ain't want to see, them Antifa dudes was in the wrong spot, for real. Because there's some Patriots out there that were rightfully pissed the F off at what took place. Look, y'all, the evidence is there. It was about 81 million to 55 million. The real vote count, 44 states to 6 states. But just like what happened in Georgia last night, keep counting till, we win, change the votes, all that stuff. This is what you get. And I'm glad Luke brought this up. Dan's making the dumbest tweets right now. And, for those who don't know what Dan stands for, I'll put it up right quick. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all familiar with my screen knows what Dan stands for. That's what Dan stands for. But, yo, it is what it is. You know, they wanted this country, you know, to be run by, you know, Marxists and socialists and communists. Get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? You ask for it, you're going to get it. So all of y'all dudes out there, all of y'all, you know, brothers out there that, you know, ride by, all effeminate, 80% of y'all vote for Kamala. They treat y'all like some little effeminate bitches now. Wait till you see what's going to happen now. Y'all going to be out here forced to date these freaking obese chicks on the cover of Cosmo. Y'all going to be out here forced to date these freaking Decepticons. And you best not say no to Tisha and shit when she want to hook up with you. She gonna be able to file a charge that you freaking steal your ass and shit. When did it find out you find you really phony? Yeah. Turn it down for dating everything and strangers best round in the job. Hell yeah. But you know, Tony ain't coming. We gotta think all these things. As long as they damn elbows. Yeah, like it was a party up there, all up in their business. I couldn't believe it. Let me see. Many subjects are being heard. Storm was strategic. Yeah, it was real strategic. Oh man, I'm like, man, Greg, up in here. I forgot you standing right here.
Oh, what's that, man? What's that? Yeah, we can't go past that. Who's this guy? The real Greg Kelly. You just passed it. Go back 30 seconds. Go up 30 seconds. Go up 30 seconds.
That was the guy who was on Probably Thought, right?
Yeah. Play the video. No, you're skipping right past it. You gotta go back and let the video play. Yeah, right there. Right there. Right there. No, let it play right there.
Boy, ass and shit. When did it find out you find you really phony? Yeah. Turn it down for dating everything discriminators best round in the job. Hell yeah. But you know, Tony ain't coming.
Everything comes back to women.
Yeah, like it was a party up there, all up in their business. I couldn't believe it. Let me see. Many subjects are being heard. Storm was strategic. Yeah, it was real strategic. Oh man, like man, Greg, up in here. I forgot you standing right here.
And there it is. Pause.
Like
What kind of fight has the gun? Like, you can't keep up with this. Was this the same guy who was trying to leverage his military service and trying to tell people that he was conservative because he served in the military? This same guy?
Not only that, he respects law enforcement. Go back to Brother X's stream. He respects law enforcement, and if black men respect law enforcement, they wouldn't be getting shot like Philando Castile.
Unbelievable.
This is the same guy, and he's in the room. He's not at home. He's in the room with Trey. The fight has just begun. I thought you would come in there apolitical for a peaceful protest. What happened? We were going to take over the Capitol. We were going to breach the wall. You were getting pepper spray. 3% gave them that work. Fuck 12. That's where we're at. Yeah. Damn the Constitution. Damn law enforcement. Don't back the blue. Don't do any of that. Everybody else has to back the blue. Everybody else should follow the law. It's just not us. We're 3%. We're patriots. That doesn't apply to us.
Yeah, I mean, this is way out there, man. I'm just listening out. This is way out there, man. This is not kind of rational thought anymore. You guys are not holding real rational thoughts. These guys are operating, at a totally different level here now. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if the Alphabet Boys want to take a look at this. No. I don't know. Sorry, man. Wow, this is wild.
Brandon, man. The kids part, man. Honestly, man, it was the Trump rally was peaceful down at the White House and down at the Capitol. I mean, as soon as we rolled up, man, we got there right at the beginning. The peaceful air, was just done. Reports started coming out. The Mike Pence was shady. And I'm gonna tell you this, bro. After all summer, seeing what BLM and Antifa, all these small business owners, all these people that lost their jobs because of this big damn pandemic, and people burning, looting, murdering, killing cops and 8-year-old girls in Atlanta.
Wait a minute. Now we're worried about cops again? Oh, I get it.
Didn't they just advance on them and give 12 that work?
Yeah, it's kind of like the cops are okay when they're doing their bidding, but the cops are not okay when they need to advance somewhere. All right, man. Patriots.
Man, people had enough, and they was like, "Fuck this shit." You know what I'm saying? And these kids got to witness something. Witness history. And for the most part, all the kids, fell back. The craziness popped off, which I'm glad, but man, it is what it is. All right, bro. Yeah, just need crack, man. Agree if you kid when together. If you heard, you stop them. Wouldn't let my child that type of environment. Yeah. It's the crazy part, man, because we see, all these kids out there, these BLM Antifa rallies, it's wild. But y'all say, yeah, little mama, we straight. Yeah, me, Greg, Nick, yeah, we straight. Yeah, man, me and Nick, it was wild what we got into out there. Yeah, Mike, crazy. Yeah, standing ground. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna take place at the Capitol, y'all, for real. But yeah, that's basically how it went down, y'all. Just what the news is telling you is one thing, but then when it got dark, everybody just started to peel back. 5-0 started to do their DC Metro, whatever Capitol Top started, pulling their little maneuvers. They were still outnumbered, but the Patriots, accomplished their mission. Yeah, and that's the wild thing. Don't rush them buildings get put on a list. Yeah, bro, you want to bring that scared business around, you got to bring a scared business, man. You eventually got to stand up and be like, look, I'm not taking it no more. You can't just, sit in your house forever, wear a mask forever, be told, hey, I can only go out from this time to this time. It is what it is, man. Sometimes you got to be a man, bro. There's men and there's a woman. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. You can't just sit around and all the time be all scared. Don't worry, you do. You put on a list. A list of what? Wasn't nobody out there taking no list. Wasn't nobody up in no buildings. Telling y'all, don't believe no media. Nobody was in no buildings. They had it locked down. Everybody. English. Nothing them fools do was manly. LOL.
All right, man. So climbing over a barricade, you're advancing on a position that you're not supposed to be. And for some reason, these dudes are tired of it and he's okay with it. Like,
Hey, Mike, you there?
all right, we're going.
Yeah, very disturbing. What's been going? Very disturbing. That nobody was up in the buildings. They got pictures of guys sitting up in some of the senators' offices with their feet up on desks.
But you keep saying, though, that people were not in the building. Like, dude, if you're advancing, if people were in the, like, dude, did you see the photo when they were like actually pointing the guns out to end the chamber, and then these people were walking around the chamber?
There's too much footage going on, and these guys are sitting here saying that nobody was there. He's trying to debunk it. He's trying to say that this was not happening. I mean, look, what I'm seeing here is this madness, and that's what went on today, pure madness, and this is going to reverberate for quite some time. But this is what you got going on. This is what's going on here. Pure madness.
And what was the purpose of even being here if
For a very specific date.
Yeah, if 45 is still the president. So how can you? What's the purpose of you being there? Oh well, we came to take over the Capitol. Are you kidding me? Can you go to Riyadh and Saudi Arabia and say, "Oh, we're just here to take over Mecca and Medina"? Are you kidding me? Can you go to Berlin? We're just here to take over.
Came here to take. We outnumbered the police.
Yeah.
Then they want some police doing their job, and
that's 12.
But they gave 12 that work.
Mm-hmm.
This is unbelievable. But that's the madness that we saw today. On our Capitol, people who observe no law, who do not believe in a democratic process, and have moved in on the Capitol at the behest of another man based on a lie. And here they are.
Yeah, but no, they're patriots. No, that stuff you're talking about, that's for normal people. That's not for them. What are you talking about?
Patriots are exceptional American citizens.
Yeah.
Exceptional. Rules don't apply to them. They blow red lights. They occupy government spaces. No one can tell them what to do. F-12. Jail doesn't matter to them. They served in the military and got out miraculously. They served their tours. They only support one party too. They only support one party, even though they're apolitical.
Yeah. Grammar. We'll just leave the grammar up. I don't know if Lou is in here, but it is what you get when Dan's come around, y'all. I just said, nothing in food dude was manly. I'll tell y'all what. It's the type of dude right here, Dante Esther would call Jacob Blake manly. It's the type of dude that will call Ray Sharp Brooks manly. It's the type of dude right here that'll cry and scream, "Oh man, they had knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds." Manly. I can't breathe type manly. Rapper Who He, Walter Wallace, coming in cops with guns type manly. It's the type of dude Dante S is. You know what I'm saying? To him, raping a woman and fighting back against the cops, that's manly to dudes. Nah, bro. You gotta make up your mind. Like I said, bro, you gotta decide what's manly and what's not. If being one of these little bitch ass dudes, nah, Jerome, let him rock. Being one of these bitch ass dudes out here on the street, man, making babies everywhere with ratchet chicks and can't even pay the child support, and then going out there committing dumbass crimes and getting caught up with 5-0, and then you get put on t-shirts or fucking rolling around in a wheelchair with spinners. Niggas out there calling that shit manly. But then you want to come up here in the Capitol and nothing they did was manly. You don't know a fucking goddamn thing about the Constitution. You want niggas just sit back and be like, I'm the pinch.
Hold. Run that back. Run that back. Run that back.
Yeah.
Damn it, the Constitution. Run that back.
So you combine patriotism with their version of the Constitution.
The Constitution?
Yeah.
And this is what they're doing is manly?
Plus being a patriot. So run back.
So fucking rolling around in a wheelchair with spinners. Niggas out there calling that shit manly. But then you want to come up here in the Capitol and nothing they did was manly. You don't know a fucking goddamn thing about the Constitution. You want niggas just sit back and be like, nah, just let Kamala and Pence get up in there. I'm gonna get my reparations check. If you didn't hear, your boy Biden said to hell with y'all. Then if Negroes and was like, oh, we got you Master Joe. And he was like, the hell with y'all. Y'all realize, man, y'all turned out $5 billion. And you let Stacey Abrams and all them use y'all to cheat. Sit up there and say the black community turned out strong.
The cheat. He means participate. That's what he means by cheating. It's actually participating in the process itself.
Wow.
That's what he meant by cheating. So let's go for it.
Immense delusion.
You know what I'm saying? It turned out strong for a freaking pedophile and his crackhead son, who's the P word too. That's manly. Dante, man, we're gonna talk about you tonight, man, about manly, bro. You one of them dudes, man. And you know, shout out, man, to like the real, you know, black conservatives that finally done with it on my Facebook, man. They like, I'm tired of y'all niggas, man. They like, they done. They done with the community because dudes like Dante S, they don't know what manly is. I don't know, you was either raised by your mama or you got an effeminate dad. Not know what manly is, not know what the fuck.
All this projection, all because he said, don't run up in the building. You can be on a list. If not, go to prison for the rest of your natural life. And this is how he responds. I mean, because it goes against their flawed, like I said earlier, Mike, their flawed definition of masculinity. That's what's at stake here.
They've rewritten the dictionary, man. Yeah. The whole dictionary has been rewritten just for them as a 3%er. There's a 3% dictionary that says manly is F12, breach barriers, occupy government spaces, distort the electoral process, and not follow any processes that involve citizenship. None of it matters to him. To him, manly means you don't abide by the rules.
And you're also breaking the law. And that's okay. That's manly. Mm-hmm. But yet they want to sit down and say that some other now pookie nigga or somebody else like that, as they would like to call them, running out here doing crimes and breaking the law. They're not manly, but what these guys.
But they're superior to those guys because they're doing it and they're patriots. So when those other people are doing it and they're not patriots and they don't have this constitution that they can just bring up, then they're in the wrong.
It's a new social construct. This is what it is. It doesn't have any actual. It's fictitious, right? It's all fictitious. And then you got Jerome Whiteside in there pumping it up. Jerome Whiteside pumping it up. Manly. Okay.
The Constitution is. I wouldn't be watching. Man, it ain't about being pro BLM, man. You gotta learn what pro Constitution is. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you,
pro Constitution. These guys, what they're doing it right here is consistent with the Constitution. This guy's calling himself now a constitutional conservative with this kind of
what part of the Constitution?
Well, no, he's called himself a constitutional conservative like that. And where in any part of this Constitution that we have that speaks for this? Where does it speak?
No, it clearly don't.
Hardest shit I've seen in 3%ers freaking go heads up with the damn BS ass fucking cops and shit. When if they're just hitting innocent women and freaking daggone just chilling out there peacefully protesting with batons, spraying them dead in the face, shooting them in the face with rubber bullets. I watched this shit with my own eyes. And them 3%ers said, fuck it, they gave the cops their work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome to love. What's good? How you doing? My homie up in the building, go back. How can the Capitol get breached by big hippies and MAGA hats? Yeah, that was already in the building. Trust me, that was not the protesters from the outside. Like hell to the no. Everybody on the outside, the battle was on the outside. But we up there, getting tweets, looking at these pictures. Like, who the fuck is those dudes on the inside? Watching this battle from the outside of the Capitol between the 3%ers and the fucking cops. And we looking down at phones like, who the fuck are these people on the inside? Fake news, y'all. Don't believe that deep state bullshit. shit. Yeah, no doubt. Zach, real talk. Fake news controlled a lot of people. Blake wasn't killed. He was shot 7 times. He admitted he had a knife. He also had a kid and somebody he had raped. So I've been talking to him, you know what I'm saying? That's manly though. You know, we got clowns all mad that the cops didn't get charged. What were they gonna get charged for? Go tell that lady.
Answer that for a second. So if law enforcement on Capitol Hill don't respect the 3%ers, then they get that work. But if you're Jacob Blake, those rules don't apply to you. You know, you can't give them any work. Being shot 7 times, 7 rounds discharged because you had a knife that they didn't even know about, that's justifiable. But law enforcement on Capitol Hill trying to stop you from breaching government property, they deserve to get to work. This is the social construct. This is the social construct of a patriot, of 3%.
Yeah, great. No. We'll step away.
You know that he had raped, and he was back up in her house. You know, oh yeah, we charged the cops to protect you. When your rapist came back over here and tried to kidnap your kids, you know, we're gonna charge them cops with a crime because they protected you. Let's make up your mind, clowns. Are y'all pro-black women as much as y'all say, or does it depend? If it's a pookie involved who's committing a crime that can get some airplay, oh no, we can't be pro that black. You know what I'm saying? But shit. Not Breeze, let it be aside dudes on video escorting. Man, I'm telling you, man, these dudes that they showed on video was already there, bro. For real. Not go gentle into that good night. Old age, brother. Brady, you supposed to be Brady, you got to die of the light. Yeah, no doubt. And Lamar Ellis facts, and I don't feel sorry for black people and bodies, split their heads over and put them in jail. Man, calm it tonight, you know, because trust me. Like, look, y'all, dude, like me, Ray Kelly, man, we gonna be straight. After all this, regardless of who, you know, getting off this, you know, I don't work for nobody, I work for myself.
It's unbelievable.
You know, the MCA gonna go away, you know, the mess will break this a little bit, but I got, you know, back to business that I've just been chilling with, whereas it's going to benefit, that would benefit under a Biden administration. But man, I'm a patriot. And for me, it ain't about the money, man. It's about the love of country. And speaking of love of country, I would love this over country. And one thing, you know, that the dance clowns don't come over here and realize, like, you know, I had a dude up in my chat the other night, you know, shout out to him, you know, good buddy, YouTube buddy of mine, but man, you commit treason by being out there. Treason, what? And it's like, come on, man, really? You know, I had to tell the chat, don't block, just let him rock. Let's just hear, y'all need to see this. The thought process. That's why I'm like, I can't even fuck with this anymore.
Unbelievable, man.
They just look like clowns. I mean, I'm pro Russian fed them, no good male. Vaseline and no Vaseline, Dante. What? I'm grab my phone, man. What's going on, man? What's going on about this piece?
You wonder why you're blocked on my channel. Come on, leave that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I know that. Scrag, I do Scrag stuff, bro. But let's not forget the other one, man. The pedo one he had as well. Yeah, Jay, they shut down the move, man, because they don't want to put no messages.
Oh, pause it there, man. I mean, they shut down his Twitter. That's a Hitler move.
All those people showed up because he was still talking about how the election got stolen and how Mike Pence wasn't doing his job on Twitter. That's why they rushed and moved in. Like, what are you talking
about? Spreading sedition. You can't do that. If you look at Twitter's acceptable use policy, that's in there. They updated that last year.
They sure did. They sure did. Facebook saying, look, I'm listening to these guys, and I'm gonna say this. I mean, I know, MOT, thank you for inviting me, on here tonight to kind of to listen in and comment on this. I'm gonna say this very quickly. These guys are insane. These guys are they have a very diluted, very warped view of what's masculinity and what's really going on out here. These guys are not playing with full deck. These guys are crazy. These guys are crazy. These guys are not normal. Something wrong with them.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that. I mean, they're insane. They are functionally insane. That's what you're dealing with.
If I could just read this real quick from Twitter. Twitter's disinformation policy. Starting next week, this was last year. We will label or remove false or misleading information intended to undermine public confidence in an election or other civic process. This includes, but is not limited to, false or misleading information that causes confusion about the laws and regulations of a civic process or officials and institutions executing those civic processes. Disputed claims that could undermine faith in the process itself, unverified information about election rigging, ballot tampering, vote tallying, or certification of election results. Misleading claims about the results or outcome of a civic process, which calls for or could lead to interference with the implementation of the results of the process, ergo claiming victory before election results have been certified, inciting unlawful conduct to prevent a peaceful transfer of power or orderly succession. This is straight from Twitter.
Yeah. You have to understand that when you said all that, Mike, I just heard the word patriot, and it don't apply to that, right?
Yeah.
Who are they to tell a patriot and a person who understands the Constitution what they're going to be able to do? Who are these people?
What are we, man?
Okay, yeah, they're okay, man. They don't, these rhinos, these soft conservatives, they just willing to take it. That's why it's okay to steal elections. Because what the fuck are people gonna do? These conservatives gonna do? What are these Republican rhinos gonna do? Nothing. They gonna sit back and try to make you believe that my man freaking Sleepy Joe got 80 million. Mathematically impossible, logically impossible, just physically impossible. But, we got clowns that'll still sit up here and argue to this day. Oh man, the turnout was high. We are supporting black people, man, 20, well, according to them, minimum 20% of brothers voted for 45. If that happened, look, I'm sorry, mathematical one probability. 20% of brothers voted for Trump. Yeah, just wow, man. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna try and see if
this goes on for a couple minutes. So we can stop once we start that time.
Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna try and see if I get Redfield Rabies going to talk about what she went through. Damn, voicemail. All right, yeah, she called. She hit me back when trying to get a beer. She was right at the initial push, and we always joke about Dan's being cannon fodder for what the lefties got planned, but Like Rage was up in the front. Yeah, they was caring about it, but they set it off. They set off the rest of what went down. Like, and this Rage, she female patriot up front leading the way, took a couple rubber bullets, took like 8 direct hits to the face with that CS gas. My man Greg Kelly had to drag her off, but she up front. You know what I'm saying?
So,
my man.
Because 5 minutes ago, a patriot was a man who was manly, right? He was manly. He did manly things. Now it's unisex, right? So it encompasses also women. So women can do manly things too. I thought that was a leftist ideal. What happened to Julia from the Obama administration, right? And so what this person is trying to articulate is that taking rubber bullets to the face is manly. Taking mustard gas or whatever kind of gas it was is manly. And you wouldn't know anything about that because you're not a 3%er like he is. The 3%ers are out there on the front line. And somehow, some way, the rationale is that they have a right to be there and to take over dominion of the state and government itself. Unbelievable, man. And he
Breaking news about an hour ago. Trump's own cabinet secretaries were discussing invoking the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump. Nothing formal yet presented to BP.
Yep.
But let's move forward.
You voted for Trump, but you're saying he shouldn't be encouraging this, bro. What should he encourage, man? You're just the type to sit back and just let the country just be taken over, just take it. Like I said, man, Vaseline and no Vaseline. That's how it is right now. You know? We can't just sit back, and just take it. It smells like a big divide, the elite and progressive reflection of power. Good. Yeah, man, like just showing that. Look here. I don't know who was talking. I think, I don't know who was talking about it earlier. I think Salt the Cracker was. That what he said was, these folks, these mayors, these Nancy Pelosi, the governor of Greg Newsom, or whatever his name is, Cuomo's, the damn mayor of Denver. So these idiots are going on vacations, going to see family, going to Cabo, doing all this shit. And while they're on vacation, they're telling you to lock down at home. I mean, they got the balls to do live videos with backdrops of them on vacation in exotic spots or visiting family, and they'll tell you to stay at home, don't travel. And they're telling you to, lock down, to be happy with your $600 check. But all the while, they out there flexing. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid crazy money out there flexing. And
they flex once they stole the whole first PPP. But see, they don't consider that socialism, communism, or any type of ism, unless it's going specifically to black people. Like, this is all these people are here to do. They're here to open their mouth wide and complain when one specific group of people are getting the stimulus money. I have not heard any person who is white complain about $2,000 check. I haven't heard of it yet. People who are actually in that income strata, I have not heard of it yet with any of those people. So these people think that, they can send stimulus checks out, but don't send it to no black people, or else I'm just gonna be upset about it. Like, oh man. And then it's the people's money. It was a separate bill for the people alone, by themselves. Someone on his side blocked the bill. They overrode a previous veto and passed the defense authorization. Upwards of $770-something million. And then they claim to be broke when it came to give people $2,000. Same Congress. Same sentence. He said nothing about those people because guess what? Corporations do what they want, but you are a person and you don't get anything. That's what these dudes think. They're here to be pawns for big business. It's always big government, but whenever people get the type of help from the government that the people get, it's outrageous.
You got to make a choice whether you know what, I'm just going to stay at home. I'm just going to keep. NASA said I can get that check. You know, that's $600. I best be happy. Well, NASA says, you know, take that check, stay at home, stay out of work, or, you know, do your little Uber job or whatever job the government, you know, let the government will let you have. And that's it. Whereas standing up for your rights, you know?
Rights to walk around without a mask, rights to trespass on federal property, rights to jump over barricades and push the police in the corner, rights to walk around the actual house and take pictures in Nancy Pelosi see. Yeah, all of these kind of rights, man. And then like really good corner patriotism. I am a patriot. And don't you understand my version of the Constitution? My version of the Constitution says right here, I get to do this. That's what's going on, man. Crazy.
Emotions as such. So Athens, Tennessee, I'm still election didn't end well for these people in the second place. Yeah, Athens was Tennessee was wild. Man, my man, Enemy Nation, what's going on, bro? What's good? Good to have you up in here.
Enemy Nation?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Dude's in rare form, man.
I mean, look at the caption on the screen. God-given rights.
By the way.
Yeah. If you're 3%, this is unalienable. We got to do some research on this, man. Psychological research on delusions of grandeur.
I don't know what stream was just tripping. Bro, black men's votes ain't been suppressed like that, Rael, man. Nah, bro. Black men's votes, it's depending on certain black men's votes, man. It's just like BLM, man. So.
Oh, that's what Rael has to say. Black men vote has been suppressed since 1865. Now let's see what it feels like. They actually counted the votes here. Rael. They counted the votes. Yeah, that's what happened. They counted the actual votes. And somehow that was a problem.
If you was a brother back in the day, remember that brothers were voting for, you know, Republicans. And
no, that's not true.
Back then, Republicans were mainly.
What's this guy talking about? What was the 1965 Voting Rights Act? What are you talking about?
Why was it called the Voting Rights Act?
What? Rael's in the chat? Rael? Black men's vote been suppressed since 1865. Now others know what it feels like. That's not true according to 3%. According to the Patriot.
These guys don't deal in facts. These guys, they're talking crazy. I'm telling you, I've been around dudes where they got a couple of screws loose. Their elevators ain't going to the top, man. These dudes are finished. They're highly finished dudes, man. And out here doing highly ill shit. These niggas is finished. They highly finished.
All right, let me go for it.
Yeah. Were mainly conservative back then. I'm trying to check it.
He's about to come through with his own version of history. This is going to be good. You're going to like this.
These messages here, y'all want to say? Hey, appreciate the $10 cash up there, AL. I'm not gonna say no names, but initials AL. I appreciate that. Good looking out. Some bail money for out here. But oh yeah, so black man's votes were suppressed back then if he was a Republican, and voting for them, conservative type folks.
Yeah, but who is it actually blocked by? It was blocked by those white conservatives in the South. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't just keep saying that shit.
Back then. But just like it is today, man, ain't no black man's votes getting suppressed unless you voting for right. Just like it was in 1865, man. What we trying to say? Ain't shit changed. You know what I'm saying? If you up there, man, if you dead, if you a dog, what else? Man, if you a felon, man, you name it. Your vote is getting counted if you voting for the left. You know, honestly, you get counted 1.2 times, not one time. Your vote's getting counted. Well, your vote got counted 1.2 times in that algorithm.
He's never opened a history book in his life.
Yo, for real, man, I didn't even see this. Sleepy Joe condemned the Capitol situation, but never said a word about BLM and Antifa burning down cities. Look here, man. I'm telling y'all what. That's one of that clown shit right there. You know what I'm saying? You got to make up your mind. Like, you're gonna be a sucker and get played, or you're gonna stand up for your rights. Like, this is like when they said those elites flexing their power, condemning the Capitol situation. And there's patriots around the Capitol, outside of it, these Antifa freaking plants on the inside. Nobody up in there for real. And this is
First they're Antifa, and then nobody thinking they're for real. One sentence after the other.
what happened. Oh, shoot. Hey, y'all, hold up real quick, y'all. Be right back.
This is why I said, man, most of them dudes in the chat, man, I gave them the tumble, man. They're never coming back to my stuff. I don't care if I have 3 people watching. There's going to be 3 people who is not associated with this type of nonsense.
Oh, man.
Pure insanity, man. I mean, I've just listened to a diatribe of absolute madness. No facts, no anything. It's just madness, man. And ultimately, it's coming back down to this black female at the end of the day, of course. They just bring it back to it. But pure madness, dude. You guys, have at it, man. That's it. I see these guys walking in one direction, come in my direction, I walk the other way, man. I don't want to be around these dudes, bro.
Let's take the comment into consideration, man. How about Sleepy Joe condemning the Capitol situation, but never said a word about BLM and Antifa burning down cities? Actually, Biden did come out. Yeah, Biden didn't come out and condemn it. He already did that.
Yeah, Mike, but here's what they mean by condemn. They may condemn by name the way they want you to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't that Biden said, which he did say on a couple of occasions, he don't believe in the destruction of property, nobody did, right? But then it was like, no, rephrase it. Say Antifa and BLM did. Then I accept your statement. Like, this is kind of where we at. But yeah. Who knows, man? Still
unbelievable.
But these are the dudes that they want you to team up with, right? So we're supposed to talk policy with somebody who don't even care about history. Oh, okay. All right.
Nah, man. You know. I won't be anywhere near these guys, man. I don't want to be anywhere close to these dudes.
I mean, but you got to know what's being said out there by these people who want you to quote unquote come together. So when you have PhDs.
My bad, y'all. I had to take care of something. Oh no, man. Afro, they're not gonna mess with my channel, man. I've changed things up, and I'm not, all this political stuff. Like, if you didn't hear before y'all DC went down, I said this is my last, stand with the political stuff. DC came out here to scream, came out here to support. That was just my mom calling me, plus, you're out there with those losers. I saw it all on the news. What happened? I'm like, Mom, none of that happened. Like, my mother's telling me what happened. I'm like, Mom, I'm sitting here 15 feet away from what you're talking about. None of that happened.
Why don't you tell her exactly what happened? Tell her exactly how you help. Yeah, tell her exactly how you help fringe groups try to breach the Capitol building of the United States of America, man.
Don't worry, he's streaming. He captured, history. Yeah, let's go.
They'll tell you that, it was all these white people, the Proud Boys weren't even out there at the Capitol. It was probably all somewhere drinking.
Yeah, and a dude who was a Proud Boy is there in DC. They said before on the Prophet about series they were going to go out there. So what is he talking about that they wasn't out there? The head leader guy, what is he, Cuban or something? He got called in because he burned some memorabilia by an actual church. Called in, got, arraigned on some charges, and was given a citation, told not to come back. What are you talking about that they wasn't there? Antifa and BLM never said that they was going to descend on DC. There wasn't the group of people that was invited there by members of Congress in the House and the Senate who said that they was going to come through. They tried to disrupt the vote. That's not what the other side said. That's what y'all said. Unreal, man.
Also, at the behest of the president. President told him to come down there and create a disturbance.
They had to suspend his account because of the incendiary comment that he made right before this stuff started, man. Yes, he came out. The vote's fake, and Mike Pence didn't do what he was supposed to do to overturn it, and blah blah blah. Go home. Yeah, man, people weren't hearing that, man. Those people came all the way out there. If they wasn't going home empty-handed.
But he called it out. He called it out a couple of weeks before. On the 6th, I want y'all to be down there to come out there and create some havoc. Let them know you're down there. Create the problem. The president called them out to do that. They've been planning this. This was an organized type of maneuver.
I guess everybody associated with one group is going to show up at a specific location where something is going to happen that they don't want as an entire group. Just happen to provide happenstance, right?
They came over to DC to have drinks. That's what he said.
Yeah, from all over the country, just to have.
I mean, crazy.
And all the other stuff, like the floor being taken over, that was not MAGA folks. The windows, yeah, they did take a couple windows, but like I said, when those police, when they decided to hit some innocent patriots, yeah, that was it. The 3%ers had their way. And I'm gonna tell you something about the 3%ers and all the other patriots out there at the front. They were black, white, Hispanic, and Asian. Like 15 feet away from me, watching all of it go down. I saw all races go heads up, with those cops. And shout out to that one cop that actually came out that breezeway and decided to put hands on somebody and they yanked him into the crowd. I'm glad he's going home tonight.
He's bragging for official getting done in by one of his people that he's out there, that he's not out there to protect.
Did you hear that? I mean, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are highly finished, Mike. Go ahead, man.
According to the Department of Justice, as of September 13, 1994, if the damage of destruction of government property, because that's what he's identifying here, he admitted to this. September 13, 1994, if the damage exceeds $100, the defendant is subject to a fine of up to $250,000, 10 years of imprisonment, or both. When the property damage does not exceed $100, the offense is a misdemeanor punishable by a fine of up to $100,000, 1 year of imprisonment, or both. This has been updated a few weeks ago, January 17, 2020. Department of Justice, 1666, Destruction of Government Property Act.
Yeah. But you know, Mike, they're patriots. So everything that you just said, that applies to everybody else who's not a patriot. Not him. Because in his constitution, you don't have to follow any of this stuff. We're talking about Willis.
Because that was some stupid shit he did. But honestly, you know, where was this when BLM and Antifa was killing cops and like 8-year-old girls and burning down black-owned businesses? All these folks got all this smoke for that, you know. But
the point is, man, if they got caught, they went to prison, they went to jail. They didn't catch them, decide to investigate themselves and release each other. That's far different than how the actual law enforcement officials work. And it's crazy how they deliberately misunderstand very simple things to circle around to make a point that has nothing to do with the outcome of what is happening in the real world.
Dr. Cornel West was arrested. He went to jail for peacefully protesting.
it's just some straight clowns out here, y'all. If you ain't seen it for yourself firsthand, you know, just claim stupidity. If you watching the news and not just asking a patriot that was there, or checking out a live stream of what actually went down, you're just a freaking idiotic clown at this point. If you're even just dumb enough to turn on Fox News, let alone CNN and MSNBC, like, right, I wouldn't even trust OAN at this point. Right side broadcast with baby. I mean, I saw it was right out there. But
yeah, but here's the thing about right side broadcast. They do the same thing pretty much David Packard does. They just show the event. The actual right side broadcasters don't do any real type of commentary on what's happening. You just, or she, or the organization, maybe go out there and they show what's happening. The people in the chat react to it. Channel it up, subscribe to it. But every time there was something going on, like every rally that was out there, the right side broadcasting people showed it on the channel. I'm not endorsing the channel. I'm just saying she wants in the medium to which he doesn't have to respond to. They just tell him what's happening. He forms his own opinion. There is no factual guidance of what's going on. And dangerous.
You know, right side, they were gone. They were dipped out when all the, this stuff went on. But like, you know what, man? I'm like, all these little tiny women I've seen out there, like of all races, that were, all these little tiny women of all races that were right up there, right up at the front. And honestly, y'all, I wasn't trying to, do it. I wanted to scream it so people could see. And me and my man were helping people out that were hurt. I wasn't up there fighting and all that stuff. I'm too old for that. But, we did, the 3%ers that came off bloody, eyes all jacked up with their gas, and all these women that got cracked over the head and shit like that. We was back there helping them out as they came. Like I said, it was 15 feet away from us. I tried to scream it all as much as I could so people could see what really was taking place there. Because I know the media was going to spin that shit. Oh, Sean, man, I didn't know you was out this way. My butch man, she want to order now, but not when the turning and looting was going on. Hey, for real. Hey, I appreciate that. Jira CKP, I appreciate that. You guys gonna start what guys? I ain't political, man. I don't get down in this political stuff.
Oh, pause it there, man. Pause that there, man.
Oh, that's the line of the night.
What's going on here, man? What's going on here?
Oh, man. That's the line of the night, man. I knew I was gonna sneak up on y'all, man, but hey.
I was so mute. Run that back one full again. Just real quick. I'm sorry. No. They gotta run that back one more again real quick, man. Just a quick second. Watch it.
Oh, Sean, man, I didn't know you was out this way. My butch man, she want to order now, but not when the turning and looting was going on. Hey, for real. Hey, I appreciate that. Jira CKP, I appreciate that. You guys gonna start what guys? I ain't political, man. I don't get down in this political stuff.
What's that there, man?
I love like that. That's about it, man. I'm off this
That's what I'm saying.
Going on.
You guys are insane.
I get behind, I'm not cool with it. And look here, we had somebody that wasn't a politician, wasn't part of the deep state in office, and stuff got done. The country was going right. They threw a fake virus out there. And now they're trying to take the money away, close businesses down, crash the economy. That's what y'all get. What you get. Hey, that's what they should call it, the thug party. The MAGA thug party, Nation. SB Nation, man, you still gonna be a Republican after this, bro? I mean, shout out to Brandon Jones, though, as well, y'all. Saying he's a Republican now, but at this point, man, is it really the Republican Party? Honestly, it's the Democrat Party. After what we've seen, they up to.
Man, you gotta be positive, man. You can't just let that slide right by, man. I mean, this is
You guys are done.
Yeah, what is going on here, man?
Oh my God.
I'm not.
This is not an editing job. I swear to you, this is not an editing job.
I'm not. Unbelievable, man. I'm not political. What I'm describing. What are you talking about? Why did you go to Washington, D.C. then, man? It's the district capital of America, man.
These guys are finished.
But it's a political place. That's all Washington, D.C. is.
These guys are finished.
Maybe you can get like a cool hot dog at like the Washington Redskins. That's what it's known for, right?
Yeah, maybe a Washington Redskin or something. I don't know.
The professional Washington Monument.
Oh my God.
He loved Washington when the basketball team was called the Washington Bullets. See, I know what this is about.
Really? Oh man, Mike, you got this figured out, man? Go ahead.
Not really, man. Like, that little 8-ball that you shake up, man. That stopped working when it came to this guy, man. But start a third party. Oh, well, I'm not political. What the hell are you in Washington D.C. for?
These dudes are finished, man. I swear to God, these guys are highly finished. I'm sitting here listening to
politics for how long? And then he just said, well, me? I'm not politics. No, I'm not politics. Not me? Me? Oh, man, but let's...
Like LeBron James when he gets called for a foul. Me? Travel? Foul? Move my hand. What are you talking about?
Like LeBron, according to the instant replay that is slowed down, it's clear that you took 5 steps and you did not dribble the ball at all. And now you're trying to act it out, also traveling because you're not dropping the ball as you're acting it out. All right, man. This is where we at, man. That's where we are. Politics? No politics, man. Politics for everybody else.
But he asked the question for edification. Are you still going to be a Republican after all of this? But I thought you wasn't political. What is this? Bitcoin out. What is this?
Say, man. What's going on? What's going on?
What was his name before Bitcoin L? Gucci Mane?
Man, it's like, okay, we just got to listen to this guy talk an hour about a specific event that has nothing to do but with politics.
Oh, look, this is some good content.
This comedian, hurry up and get us started.
I can't stay up here for long because I see, YouTube was really starting to mess with this screen. Yeah, LaShawn, yeah. I heard Black Twitter's on fire today. I know Black YouTube is as well. Oh, man, David Monroe, the conservative, is going live. I gotta get a dap so I can go on the screen. Wait for the link up here, yo.
Yeah, that's 12 o'clock. This is already too much. I don't think I can listen to that.
No, he ain't even gonna knock it.
Go to these freaking
12 o'clock, right?
alerts going off.
No, let me
back down. All right, cool. You got it.
I will not.
Yeah, man, jump my man Lamar Ellison, constitutional. Right, that's me. Like, what's the point of having this constitution if,
just heard him. Watch for the contradiction.
So, right, it is Republicans that is too scared to enforce it, and for the left, Democrats just, they act like it don't even exist. Blacks shouldn't have more than 60% loyalty to any political party. That's what got us here in the first place. Hold on. Let me put this up here. You don't mean blacks. You mean them, enemy. But that right there. So yeah, 3.5 hours from now, this Thursday. Yeah, you gotta go on talking about what went down today. I'm gonna try and get a nap out here. I'm like, my legs killing me. I walked so much these last 2 days. Yeah, it was wild out there. Shout out to the real ones, that was up at the front with me, me and
Up in the where? You might catch that up in the front.
Greg Kelly and I heard Nacho was up there. I didn't see Nacho. I seen him earlier parking. He was with the Gator and stuff. And I heard he got up there in the front with a little bit of the action. Man, Nacho, man, I wish he was going to deal with me and Nick, bro. It was wild up there. But, yeah, man, I mean, honestly, I wish the Patriots, had that smoke for, more that smoke for Antifa versus, the Capitol. But it is what it is. People fed up. Shout out, bro, for $5 super chat, man. Going to that studio fun, man. And Bob Jones, thanks for being there today. Yeah, man, I just had to share what was going on. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all as well. Thank you, Hiker. Yeah, y'all. I didn't go out there to fight, man. I didn't go out there to rush no buildings. I went out there to record and stream what was going on.
Because that's what clearly you talked about. Just
right.
Yeah. And I just got caught up with some Patriot shit.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I got caught up with some Patriot shit, y'all. Just trying to scream this, and I was telling everybody at the beginning, I just kept pushing forward to so everybody can see. You know?
I kept doing.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my God. Dude, you were there to be a part of the insurrection. You was pushing forward because you were out of position. Like wherever you came from to go there, you pushed forward to go to a location that you weren't supposed to. Then you help people that you weren't supposed to help. Then you brag on people who wasn't supposed to be getting injured. And now you're moving and pushing forward. But you keep saying that, what you guys talking about? I'm not political. Around here at this time? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Go back and watch the stream whenever they up. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take them down. I'm just streaming and we're just helping people. We ain't fighting or doing shit like that. Nothing. We was just looking out for wounded patriots, folks coming back from the front line, because that's what it was like. It was like a battle out here, like a Civil War battle. The front lines was up here, folks coming back from the front line.
But bless his heart, we didn't live on here.
Yeah, bless his heart. Like your heart want to know, doesn't it? You should there to help patriots, man. Like, why wouldn't the guy just be up there just trying to help patriots?
I mean, the idea that he's trying to absolve himself from any sort of violence, right? But the reality is the law says otherwise. The Department of Justice says otherwise. If you were there, you booked the flight, you have an itinerary, you came to DC for a specific reason, and you said in the beginning of the live stream it was to take over. Say that again?
And then he caught a flight.
Yeah, he caught the flight, right? And so the specific reason he mentioned at the beginning of the live stream was that he came to take over the Capitol. That's what he did. Well, I was just out there to help. Well, according to the Department of Justice, anybody who's helping in material possession, whether it's giving water or anything like that, shelter, you're just as complicit with the crime, man. Even if it's just a misdemeanor, that's 1 year in jail. If you're a veteran and you go to jail, if I recall correctly, you lose a lot of your benefits at that point.
You don't lose a lot of them. You lose all of them.
Yeah.
You lose your bennies. You lose your bennies.
Yeah. Like just unless you're like a politician or something like that. Cool. Nah, man, they're not gonna be allowing you to collect that kind of money behind bars.
Shouldn't have been that way. But man, you can only push a man so far before a man got to do man shit. These effeminate, cowardly freaking men, politicians, Dans, clowns, Antifa, BLM type men. Man, they just sit back there, either they cheat or they take it, into number 2 without Vaseline. That's how they are. But these patriots out there, like I said, man, these women that were out there on the front lines, they are more manly than most of these dudes I be seeing up here on YouTube. And especially, man, shout out to Jennifer Red Pill Rage. Tell you what, man, the last 2 days, man, she got my respect, man. She go harder than 95% of the cats up in this space. For real. Any day. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight, back to back with her out there in these streets versus 95% of these scary ass dudes out here, especially on YouTube, who be out here fronting and shit. They about that action and they really ain't about shit. But yeah, shout out to her.
But I thought he didn't come there for any violence. What was
not at all.
Action about? So the action.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's Braveheart, right? Mel Gibson. Remember that? That was
Action BD.
Yeah, that wasn't a
action. Action BD, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lou, man, it was fucked up. The medical outreach, man. I'm waiting to hear the true details, man, because I really want to know, what part of the building they was in where shots started coming, because, man, they had that building locked down. What are you seeing on the news? Those are plants. They weren't with us. So I'm wondering, where is the
First, he's saying he wasn't in there. Now he's saying they weren't with us inside the building.
And first of all, So it's kind of like the expert who can see the boxes of ballots when there were 500 to a box.
Yeah.
Like that Pennsylvania testimony. Like, come on.
Yeah, the forensic analyst who can tell you that the machines were compromised but can't provide you any forensic analysis. Right?
But the complaint is about they wasn't close enough, but you can see a box full of ballots that you got counted by far all the way across the room. So which one is it?
Material witness. Could you please stand up? You know, Citizen Lou, Immigration Lou. A girl was executed by police. No outrage by the media. Shaking my head. Disgraceful. So when a female is shot by the police, right? When a female is shot by the police on the right, it's an execution. But when Jacob Blake is shot in the back, it's just another pookie. It's just another lefty, right? Philando Castile got shot. He shouldn't have been moving around. Shouldn't have been. He had a criminal record. He had a criminal history. He smoked marijuana. That's justification enough.
Yep. That's justification.
Yeah. Citizen Lou. Immigration Lou should be his real name.
You know, when that went down. Taking us to the hotel spring with some rest, you can keep your head on the swivel in the morning. Yeah, no doubt. See what the morning has to offer. I might just check my room and kick it up in my room and get a freaking waffle on some room service. You know, wait for these restaurants to open back up, you know, make my way out, get my way out of the city to the airport so I can get up out of here. I'm going to see my mom. She got mad at me right now because, you know, I hang out with these crazy, you know, patriots. I felt like I was watching the war on TV stuff to see the harsh reality like that on the streams from home. Yeah, and I tell you what, like now looking back at earlier, since the adrenaline is wearing off, like man, that was crazy. That was pure team. Like me and me and Nick are crazy. Like we are crazy. Like that really like took me back to some Afghanistan and stuff, yo. Like flashbacks going off, rubber bullets flying. Well, rubber bullets, not real bullets, but flashbangs, the smoke grenades, CS grenades going off, like the blood. That shit was a trip. And me and Nick, I was like, bro, we're straight crazy. Oh yeah. This is one thing. Y'all want to close it out. Definitely. There was no cop cars on 5 cities to Busysburg, and they call us thugs. It was the funniest thing, y'all. It started getting dark.
Like, you are a thug under specific circumstances. This is what we got.
And the cops started pulling that little pension movement. And honestly, the Patriots were mainly thought like me and Nick. Man, it's getting dark, man. You want to go get something to eat? Yeah, I'm done, man. Let's go get something to eat, something to drink. Yeah, we done. This is fun. We proved, Patriots proved our point. And everybody kind of got this look at each other and was like, yeah, okay, let's go. Now the Patriots just started walking away. 3%ers were like, hell yeah, we did what we needed to do. Celebrations went, they had high fives, and everybody did. Got some grub before it 6 o'clock curfew, and all the Patriots just walked in the streets all happy back to their hotel. Everybody's sitting outside the hotels now, smoking cigarettes, drinking a beer, sipping on some wine. Like the liquor stores were popping. The liquor stores were the only ones that really stayed open to the curfew. Like they made bank. Yeah, no doubt. Well, appreciate it. But yeah, once everything died down, we walked down from the Capitol, we went down the stairs, and the weirdest shit, about 100 yards away from where craziness was going on, there was a black street pastor and an older white guy with him working in sound system. He was on his knees praying with the music playing, to save our country. Y'all know about it, I'm a spiritual guy, but man, I had to look at the brother, man. I had to go over there and give him that. He was praying for 4 more years, praying for peace for our country. And if I thought he was Black Lives. Ooh.
for 4 more years. What's going on?
I thought he was apolitical.
He was apolitical. Why is he happy about that? What's going on?
Unreal, man.
This is crazy.
I was mad, but when I looked at his shirt, he just had like, you know, the MAGA stuff and the colors. And man, I had to go over there and shake his hand. And then like I don't know, man, I had to be for like 6 hours. I held it. I know all these other patriots did as well. So man, there was some porta potties.
Yeah, man, Patriot Kiss. I was there for like 8 hours.
It shows how alpha he is.
Yeah, man.
He's so alpha.
So that's that piss holding upgrade, man.
Oh man. The bladder
like my outdoor church service that was going on. Like another 1,000 feet away from where all the shit was going down. These people were just holding like a revival. And there were all these porta potties out there, you know, good music playing. And it was just surreal. It was like we actually came out fine. And all these patriots, they were making their way down Pennsylvania Avenue. Everybody was laughing, joking, talking about looking at Twitter. Everybody's like, where the fuck did that shit happen at? That shit didn't happen back in the Capitol. So it was wild, and now everybody's just chilling. We're watching it. I see people downstairs in the lobby of the hotel looking at the news like, where did that happen at? So yeah, don't believe what y'all see on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can look out the window now. No buildings looted, no 8-year-old girls killed, no cops shot in the head out here. You know what I'm saying? No women raped. You know, none of that BLM, Antifa, freaking, you know, what the guys, they like to prop up type stuff, you know, Hunter Biden type stuff going on out here. Y'all got a job done, my damn those press, man. You gotta make me check up here. Anna Rodriguez. This stream tonight is brought to you by Anna Rodriguez. Hey, make sure you put your dad on this.
Got the job done. That was the point.
Apolitical, non-violent. It always seems to be some Latino woman in the chat, man. Every time.
And yeah, I owe you one. We got to link up one of them rallies in San Antonio, man. You got to make your way down there, you know. And I owe you for that one. Like, shout out to your dad. It was hard to watch. Also, just be honest who are last and need to say anything. All these people exposed once for all, no doubt, but exposed, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, cyber toxic, man. I look forward, man. I'm gonna see you on David's stream later.
Hold on a second, man. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy says, thanks for keeping it civil. After all what was said? Yo, what planet are these people on, man? What planet are they on?
Understand that these people are trolling probably.
Those are his buddies, though. Pizza to the dad bar. That's his buddy. Pizza head with American flag underwear.
Tidy whitey, man. Man.
Ain't his way.
Keeping it simple. Like, dude, you showed up to an insurrection party that was pre-planned.
You know, Nick wanted to get into action a little more than me, but I'm a little bit, I don't know, man, I'm about a decade older than Nick almost. And like, my legs right now are feeling it. Like, bro, like, my legs right now are like, what was you thinking? My back is like, do you realize how old we are? And, yeah, I'm done. I'm tapping right now. It's already got the Georgia Senate race. How we got to deal with the small Georgia Senate race. Man, you know what? Well, you know what they all are, Sean. They all celebrating in Georgia because they put a white beater, you know, pastor who supports abortion in the Senate through cheating.
That's participation in the actual election. People are watching.
Yeah.
Cheating is showing up to participate. You're not supposed to participate. That's for other people to just win over. That's the problem.
But the incumbent Leffler is not even a native of the state, and he doesn't have any problem with her and her political views and her position.
You think he knows that?
No, he does know it because he knows enough about Warnock that he can make up something like what he just said, that he supports abortion. No, he supports the right to access to health care for women in that capacity, because that's exactly what he's taken out of context, taking the quote out of context. And so thanks for keeping it simple, man.
Yeah, man.
If I'm feeling lost, man, I fire all those chicks on that basketball team and hire all freaking MAGA girls, to want to play basketball. And I'd sell that team. Yeah, no doubt, Sean. I'm gonna email you, Sean. I'm gonna email you after this. And I'm gonna close it out right here with Jeff's comment. Peace out to all my true American patriots. Love for all y'all. Yeah, y'all. That was just a quick.
Whoa. Now we have a Patriot upgrade. We just went from Patriot to true American patriot. Nagone, I think we talked about this earlier.
I do believe we did.
I think this is the hard way smothered. No one asked for the hard way, and they damn sure don't inquire about the hard way smother. This is what this is, man. The true American patriot.
Down, share this and let everybody, know what you heard from me. If anybody, talking their phrases, look at my streams earlier. And I also got, GoPro footage and like phone footage that I'm gonna share. It'll be a little bit clearer. I'll upload all that. Let see if YouTube will let me keep that up. Yeah, no doubt. One for you, piece of that vibe. Yeah, Courtney, I need to do that though. I wish I had some Epsom salt, but I'm gonna go down here and shoot the, issue with Greg and Bear, and yeah, wait till tomorrow morning so we can get about the city. Hope people don't got no late night flight. They ain't getting up out of here. Enemy Nation, man. Next, bro, I'm done, man. Like my goal here was to document this stuff, man. Like, oh boy, up and we were young and soldiers. We were young once and soldiers. The reporter. I came here to document this stuff. I ain't come here to fight. And I documented it. And so if the Dans want to look and see and talk about the craziness they want, this is for the fellas in the MAGA, sisters out there. If the Dans want to come at you with stupidness, come on into my channel. And just like, y'all full of cockeyed. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all. Man, I ain't got nothing else for y'all, man. I'll catch y'all later on Dave Monroe, the Conservatives channel. That late break.
All right. Since this guy's not affiliating himself with SYSBM, that's what this whole exercise was about. I'm gonna delete all the information. I just don't want this guy destroying the movement called SYSBM that he's not a part of. So that's what this whole thing is about, to put pressure on this dude to stop affiliating himself with that brand that I'm affiliated with. So since my mission has been accomplished, I'm just going to delete all this stuff. So that's where we at with this, man. At the end of the day, man, don't bring your ass into these movements having all this other shit going on, man. That shit ain't cool. People have spent a lifelong time building up movements, and you just can't be having all these different interactions with people when you start joining other people's movements. Once you start joining this other shit, you got to leave and be a part of that shit that you're a part of, right? So that's what I agreed to, and that's why I'm deleting this, the original, and all that other shit. Because you got to understand that this shit is not a fucking game, man. They're not playing games with the motherfuckers who went down there that night. They're not playing games with them dudes. So that's where I'm at with it. I want to thank you guys for coming through. I only played this because the dude went on Mad Bus Driver X channel and actually lied about the shit. And I just played the tape back. You have to remember, man, I'm already an established dude. I don't have to come to YouTube and lie about anything. And this is probably the most reason why I don't meet any people on fucking YouTube. When I first came to YouTube about 6-7 years ago, I let a motherfucker know where I stay at. Next thing you know, this motherfucker was living in one of my houses around the fucking country. And I didn't know until 4 or 5 months later. This is the type of shit motherfuckers do. So all this knifing in the back shit that you see around the fucking manosphere, dude, it gets way worse than that. It gets way worse than telling how somebody's girl look and all that kind of other shit, dude. It gets way worse than that. You got to understand, man, a lot of these motherfuckers outside of this situation right here, a lot of these motherfuckers came to YouTube to make themselves into men. They came to project success. That's what they came to do. This is why these motherfuckers don't like already established dudes, man. Already established dudes don't have to fucking reach out and do a motherfucking thing. And this is why you don't involve yourself in none of this shit, man. Yeah. This motherfucker was living there about 4 or 5 months. You know, the judge told me, you know, who I live next door to, like, yeah, man, your homeboy. I'm like, whoa. What the fuck you mean my homeboy? I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, the guy who you brought up about 6 months ago, you know, he came through because you know, they was using like the greenhouse and shit. And I'm like, that dude has been living there for that long? He was like, yeah, I thought you knew it. I'm like, nah, get that motherfucker out of there. This motherfucker looked me dead in my motherfucking face. And pretty much was like, man, you wasn't living there anyway. You was out on the fucking road working. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? And I made an actual fucking aside to never meet nobody on fucking YouTube. After that shit 6 years ago. And unless I'm not doing a motherfucking thing, that's when I be on fucking camera. Other than that, I'm out doing shit. While I'm out here fucking creating content. Yeah. There's a lot of untrustworthy motherfuckers around here, man, who will do anything for this fucking nigga check, man. It is. I'm getting some SEO and some actually all right, well, that pretty much is over with. But at the end of the day, man, this is where we at, man. So you can't say that this dude wasn't at the Capitol because he was there. All right. He was there. Right after he tried to wrap himself in SYSBM, he went to the Capitol to be on some bullshit because he lacking in his own fucking masculinity. So you have to go out there and do some stupid shit. On January 6th, 4 years ago. Well, technically it's January 7th, as of 9 minutes ago. But you get it. At the end of the day, man, these dudes are trying to find their masculinity in this conservative shit that they've actually attached themselves to. I don't really get it, but at the end of the day, they want to blame black women for shit that is not really their real position, and they don't even know where this shit's going. They just attach themselves to it and just do whatever they want to do. It's crazy, man. But once Trump takes office, you're going to see just how full of shit all these dudes are. And I'm not going to let them not hear it. I'm talking about all these stupid black conservative, everybody doing this black culture warrior grift shit, all of it. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming through, and man, tomorrow you guys have a really nice rest of y'all night.